delta plus v square by 2, or right here xd minus xq upon xd xq sin 2 delta, where delta is load angle, this delta angle between terminal voltage and induced EMF. So, we may observe that this developed power is having two components. This component is known as excitation power, and this component is known as reluctance power. So, we may observe that this excitation power depends on E, excitation EMF, and this excitation EMF depends on excitation current IF, field current flowing in the field winding that is placed on rotor. So, by varying excitation, this EMF E induced, this E will vary and this power will vary. At the same time, by varying delta, this power will vary, this power will also vary, but the frequency is different. This is sin delta, this is sin 2 delta. So, by varying excitation current, only this component varies, as this component is independent of IF or E. This power is in existence due to this difference. We know it very well, what is XD, what is XQ. Direct axis reactance and quadrature axis reactance. So, in case of silent pole machine, we know that air gap is not uniform throughout. Air gap is minimum along D axis, hence air gap is minimum, then reluctance is minimum, flux linkage is maximum, flux entering into the rotor, flux lines entering into the rotor are maximum where reluctance is minimum, hence inductance is maximum, inductive reactance is maximum. Similarly, along Q axis we have maximum air gap, hence minimum flux linkage, hence minimum inductive reactance. If we will equate these two quantities, that is the case of cylindrical rotor machine, then this part will be vanished. We will discuss later. Before that, if we want to plot this PD against load angle, then just by looking into the expression, we can draw it like this. Let us take this as PD axis and this for delta, and this for PD. So, first draw for this EV by X sin delta. So, it will be something like, again I am drawing between 0 and pi or 180 degree, you may write in degree, 180 degree, it will cross at 180 degree. When delta is 0, 0, delta is 180, this, right? Somewhere when delta is 90 degree, it will attain maximum, this power, you may write excitation power, right? Power. this one, that is EV by X3 and delta. For reluctance power, this is sin 2 delta, means when delta is 180 degree, 2 delta will be 360 degree. When delta is 90 degree, it will 2 delta will be 180 degree. So it will be something like this. Then for this reason, it will have negative value of developed power. So we may write this for reluctance power. Reluctance power. So sum of these two powers, excitation power, reluctance power, gives developed power, basically output power, and then if we will add copper loss, then that will be developed power. But here for simplicity we have ignored copper loss, so whatever output power expression we have obtained, that is now referred as developed power. This must be kept in mind, because sometimes in problem, if you will remember it as developed power, in somewhere copper losses will be there given there, then you need to take care of that. That's why, okay, write developed power, but just keep in mind that there is a difference of copper loss between developed power and output power, and this is output power. So in this particular case where copper losses have been ignored, that's why we are writing developed power. So for this, once 0 plus 0 0 starting from here, now you are going to add, so it will be upper, right? So it will be something like increasing, and here it will have this value, this is 0 and this is whatever the value is there, it will cross here, and then make some smooth like this, and then it will start decreasing because of this, and here again both are 0, so it will have its value 0 here and this and in between. So you may plot something like this, crossing here, fine, this point, this is PD, this PD, total power. So this developed power is, you may observe, is having its peak below this 90 degree. This is very useful thing. So you may write delta max, where we are getting PD as maximum value. So here we may write PD max. See, though theoretically it seems that this component excitation power is giving maximum value when delta is having some value here 90 degree, but practically this is not possible. Why? Due to a stability reason, which we have already discussed in our stability analysis lectures. If you have not watched, please watch that stability analysis playlist, where we have discussed the various issues with varying delta. So delta generally in a steady state we are not going to vary, that is kept fixed at a particular operating value, and that value is far lesser than 90 degree due to a stability reason. Otherwise, in case of any disturbance, the machine, the alternator, which is a part of our power system, will fall out of a step, will lose synchronism. So that discussion has already been explained in those lectures, so no need to repeat again, but just recall that particular constraint of delta having its value lesser than 90 degree due to stability problems. So this curve is giving its peak, that is peak of developed power, even higher than this, which is not practically possible. If we will talk the case of cylindrical rotor machine where this part will be absent, so maximum possible PD on paper will be this, but because of existence of this component, reluctance power component, now we are getting this maximum power developed even higher than this. See here, this PD max is higher than this, and good thing is that at lesser delta, that is desirable. In order to get higher value of this component, we need to increase this delta, and maximum possible value of sin delta is 1, which is obtained at 90 degree, but due to a stability reason we are never going to set our delta at 90 degree, so we are never able to get maximum developed power. But due to this we can get that value at our required value of delta in our desired range. So if someone wants to get the value of this delta max, so the same procedure, we know how to get maxima or minima of a function, so just differentiate it. So in order to get delta max, just differentiate this, dpd by d delta is equal to 0, put it 0 in order to get critical points.